and they actually had more than one separation. They also actually got divorced in the material world. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Career Union. Today I want to share an inspirational success story. I know for a fact that a lot of you guys are going to love this story, and I intend that it is giving you that extra little oomph to inspire you to continue to persist and to trust what's in your heart and soul when it comes to a deep, meaningful love that you know I belong to this person, they belong to me. We were meant to be together. I'm not talking about frivolous, kind of light dating. If you are wanting to just meet somebody and date them and you're attracted to them, of course you can manifest dating them. Why would you question that? If sometimes people also ask under videos, if we haven't physically met, but I can feel there's something significant there. Yes, that's obviously when I first saw my mirror soul, I knew that they were the one. I didn't have to actually physically meet them to know it was an instant recognition. So, yes. So some of you guys that say, "Can you please make videos of that?" All my videos are technically about that. It's just that sometimes people get caught up in their heads, they get caught up in their egos, and they fall into some little 3D traps of the material world. Every single one of my videos on my channel are geared towards you really just going deeper, not kind of shallow and superficial, and stepping back and looking at what did my mirror soul, what did my specific person reflect back to me around my fear around being loved, being in a relationship, my insecurities, the feelings of not being good enough, being rejected, or being abandoned. Okay, because we're in this together. I think it's more powerful and we get deeper, more meaningful successes when you go into more of a harmonious um, like you're affirming for we and us, and it's mutual value, mutual support, mutual love, mutual passion, a pure love. If you get triggered when you hear success stories and you think, why isn't it working for me? Why do you think it's not working for you? Is it because you're checking 3D and waiting for something to happen? That's one material world trap that you need to kind of pull yourself out of. Why is it so easy for them? Who says it was easy? Who says there weren't moments? Anything of any significance where I faced my dark in my reality, in the material world, to absolutely allow myself to accept embodying being the version of me that had whatever it is that I wanted to manifest, whether it was success, whether it was bringing in millions of dollars through my previous interior design business, homes, cars, or things with my mirror soul. Anything, if it ever came up in the 3D that caused fear, friction, a spiral, yes, of course, years later, when you think back, it's like a blip. It's like it doesn't matter. But when you're in it, it hurts like you know what. Of course, it's painful. So, looking at the success stories and instead of being inspired and thinking, why is it so easy for them? Nobody is saying it was easy for them. Every single success story that I ever read to you, every single success story that I ever share with you from my own life, always comes along with it being having moments where it is hard. Why do you think the term is persist? Persist, the word in itself suggests that this isn't necessarily going to just, be like rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. That being said, it is true. It is true. There is truth to it that things don't need to be hard and that we can manifest things instantly. That is true. Our egos do tend to come in and complicate things. And so a lot of this inner work is really you shifting out of your past conditioning and programming, thinking from your ego. Okay. And that part can be quick if you allow it. And that part can also take a little time. Anyway, I went on a tangent. Let me read this now. Again, I intend and I pray that it does actually inspire you guys. If you do love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow and I appreciate the support. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything related to your specific person or anything related to anything else, I know for a fact that I can help you. Email a short description to me directly from your email. Email me at kim@coreunion.com with a little bit of what's going on. Don't be afraid of talking about the old story. It's safe to let me know. I need to kind of know where you are, and then go to my website, coreunion.com. It's super simple. Pick whatever you want, whether it's a single session or a package. Then go, after you've done that, after you go do that, my scheduling assistant, Olga, will email you with my next available session. Let me read this now. Again, this will be short and sweet. Whatever comes out, comes out. All right. So my client wrote, "Hi, Kim. I'm so grateful for you. I started working on my self-concept and my specific person beliefs around September of last year when me and my baby separated again." So this is her husband, and they actually had more than one separation. They also actually got divorced in the material world. And there were multiple circumstances that I'm not going to talk about in this video because they are irrelevant. Your circumstances are irrelevant as well. Okay. Nothing can come between you and your true love. Love always, always, always wins. Okay. So I knew something was wrong. I no longer wanted my life to be the way it was. And I ran across your channel around January. So she goes on to talk about how she hardly was getting any movement when she was doing the quote unquote inner work based off of just kind of it being self-centered and very ego-based affirmations. Okay. So she wrote, "I was hardly getting any movement. It wasn't until you mentioned drop your old stories, drop the labels, drop the circumstances, and focus on we." So we, us, our, instead of just he, she, they, and I, and just kind of, okay, you guys get the gist of this, right? So focusing on we for things to be equal and not one-sided. Okay. Me and my husband had been married before, and then we got divorced. It wasn't until I started going within, like you suggested, that I started getting major movement. Every time I wanted to give up, there would always be a video of yours saying, "Don't give up." And then Valentine's Day came, and we talked all day as if nothing had happened. We would talk, and I would also continue doing the work. So then the communication started, and it continued. It was hard, but I did my best. So, of course, she had moments, days throughout the months where it was difficult, but she didn't allow it to completely derail her. We went on a family vacation last week. So now you guys could be watching this like 50, 60, 100 years from now. This is March now. So in January, she started following me, and she started following me consistently and deeply. Then January, February, March, 2.5 months later, after the communication started, and on days when it wasn't there, she persisted and she continued doing the inner work, living from the end, embodying being married again. So then eventually they planned a vacation together. So now this was recently. They went on a family vacation last week, and he confessed his love for me and how much he wants it to be me. He only wants to build a life with me. We had a beautiful time. We had a beautiful time the whole time that we were there. I stayed in the moment, and things just happened naturally. And I'm so glad that I dropped all of the old baggage and all of the old stories beforehand. He stated that he may as well get a ring and let's go to the justice of peace since we had a huge marriage before. We were remarried in a private ceremony on Tuesday. So literally just in the last few days, they were remarried. I just wanted you to know that I will continue to do the work that you suggested for me. And I appreciate all that you do. And I appreciate you as well. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching my videos. I wanted to address that you have to really come to grips that if there was something with you and your specific person of them not being able to commit, not being ready to commit, being fearful of being, tied down or losing their freedom or wanting their independence or blah, 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 all this stuff. And again, labels. It's really bad to put labels onto your person. Don't put labels of attachment styles. Don't put labels of mental health conditions on yourself either, unless it works for you. But don't if it is causing this kind of distress. Drop it all. Let it all go. Okay. And just detach it. I've been saying this to you guys for I don't know what, 3 years now. Detach all of the stuff from your mirror soul, from your person, and now just keep them in a safe place. See them as being loving you deeply as much as you love them, faithful, committed, cherishing you, adoring you, having the same depth of love for you that you have for them. Everything needs to be completely equal and mutual. I don't care what happened in the 3D. So please don't comment down below because literally I'm just going to say binge the videos if you're not listening. Okay. Look at what the reflection told you. Look at the fear of commitment. Look at the fear of losing your independence. Look at just let go of that because that's why it was being reflected back to you through your divine messenger and go deep into more of a healthy kind of love. Why sometimes people get tripped up because, it's just more of a dating thing, then a lot of the inner work that I suggest in my videos may not make sense to you. I just recently had somebody say on a video, I think yesterday, something like, I don't believe that there's just one. I believe that that's limiting. So I basically just said, then that's your belief system and I respect it. But then my videos probably won't make sense to you. And that doesn't matter either. It really doesn't matter. They see that there is only God and God is the only one. That's totally fine. I see it that God is the one that we are all pushed out to create on behalf of God. And the only reason we have desires deep down within us is because that's what God wants us to create on behalf of God. And then we have divine messengers in our reality that all are here to play certain roles. So sometimes somebody's just playing the role of somebody that you're just going to date and get to know and have fun with. Great. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. And then sometimes there's going to be a relationship that's not meant to last forever. Great. Wonderful. Enjoy yourself. And then when it is the one, because you recognize it deep down, that from my perspective is the highest and best version of you and a relationship in this experience in this material world. And it is, of course, God is loving you through your person and you're loving your person through God, through the God within you, through the God within them. But you don't have to doubt and fear being loved. You can let go. It's safe to just let go of the past. And this is where revision is very, very, very powerful. I can help you guys with this. If you want my help, just reach out, like I said earlier in the session. But for now, for today, please do affirm down below that from now on, you are going to drop the old stories. You're going to drop all the labels. You're going to trust in your heart and soul, and you're going to just go to the end and embody the end so you can be with your specific person. You can say whatever you want to say, make it a heart and prayer hands. I don't really care, but please just let me know that you received the message below. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day. Bye. Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.